Hey everyone, my Facebook family and friends, how are y'all doing today? I just wanted to give you all, that's Gabby in the background. See, let me turn it around. You have to see my little Gabby. She, can y'all see her? There she goes. She took all of her ponytails out last night, and I said, you know what? To heck with it. I gotta wash her hair anyways, right? Um, but I just wanted to do this video to give you all an update on Ricky's health status. But before I do that, I just want to share with you a story that I find to, have not come at a better time than now. But first, I have to give you a little background on this story so you can get a better understanding of why I'm sharing it with you. And in no way do I want you to think that with in me sharing this story with you, that I'm trying to convince you or persuade you to donate monetarily to my fundraiser. Again, your prayers and shares are needed, and yes, we do need your financial support. But with me sharing this story with you, I don't want you to think in any way that I am trying to persuade you or convince you to. I believe when I posted the fundraiser, reactivated it, that in the posting, I put that I only wanted you to donate if you were able to and if you were sincere. And so, this story that I'm about to share with you will help you, I don't know, connect why or what I meant by, you being sincere when you donate, if you are able to. So I'm going to um, back it up a few years, okay, to begin this story when my little Gabby was born. For those of you who don't know, I had Gabby at the age of 43. And at birth, Gabby was diagnosed with Down syndrome, and she was also diagnosed with a bilateral moderate to severe hearing loss. Now, um, with that diagnosis, it was like, oh my gosh, how am I going to communicate with my little Gabby? And that's when I decided to learn sign language so I could teach Gabby American Sign Language. And I was so fortunate to have the opportunity to be able to receive formal ASL training for free. And so I actually, for 2 years, I took the formal training, and my instructor, who was born deaf, she instructed me very, very well. And I had no recourse but to actually soak in all the information that she was teaching me, all the signs that she was teaching me, because that was the only way I could communicate with her, right? Because she was deaf. So, with that being said, as I started learning, I started realizing that there was very little awareness to the deaf culture, to the deaf community, and also very little awareness with American Sign Language. There's some high schools that offer American Sign Language as a foreign language, and then there are other high schools that do not. And I started thinking, what about the middle schools? Like the middle schools don't offer American Sign Language, and the elementary schools don't offer American Sign Language. And what about pre-K, right? Pre-K. Because when children are younger, they're like a sponge, right? And they soak up all this information. So why is there very little awareness? And with that thought in my head is why I created my American Sign Language Facebook page. Okay, so I created that. let's see, Gabby had her open heart surgery when she was 6 months of age, and I actually started teaching her sign language before she went in for her surgery. And so I want to say in early 2010, because Gabby was born in October of 2009. So in early 2010 is when I initially started my Facebook page. And basically, what I did was, I did instructional videos on American Sign Language, and I posted them to my Facebook page. And, to my surprise, my Facebook page grew abundantly in like a very short amount of time. I think I had like over 7,000 followers, almost like my YouTube channel now, right? My nurse aid training YouTube channel is growing so abundantly right now. Um, but I never really realized, um, I don't know, I guess I did realize how many people I was helping, but I think it just threw me aback because I really hadn't realized how many deaf people did not know American Sign Language. For whatever reason, they did not um, they never had the opportunity to learn American Sign Language. And so, I found that very interesting. And that actually drove me even more and more and more to continue this Facebook page. But, life happens, right? Life happens. And, I started, slowly, walking away from that Facebook page. My life got very busy, with Gabby and everything. So I sort of like put that on the back burner. And, but while I had it, while I was doing it, I did a lot of research, and happened to stumble over on an application, an American Sign Language application, and I actually downloaded it on my phone. Now, keep in mind, this was like, ooh, Gabby's 10, so maybe like 8 years ago, 7 or 8 years ago. And I downloaded it on my phone. And after it downloaded, I opened it up, and lo and behold, it was my videos, right? My videos that were playing on this app. And at first, I got so upset because I'm like, who would do this? Who would take something of someone, that belongs to someone else, without that person's knowledge, without that person giving them consent to use my videos, even though my videos are Creative Commons, but you're using this in an app, a Play Store app, and you're not like, even giving me credit or anything like that. Like, who would be doing this, right? So I was upset, and my children can attest to this, right? Because I talked it over with them. Um, but I was fortunate to be able to connect and contact, or to be able to contact and connect this gentleman that had this app, that created the app. And after talking with him on several different occasions, I learned that, his vision, we shared the same vision when it came to deaf culture, the deaf community, and American Sign Language. And we both felt like there was not a lot of awareness out there. And that's what he was attempting to do, right? And so, with that being said, I was like, you know what? Why am I upset? Why am I mad? You know what? You go ahead and you use my videos. Use my videos because we have the same vision, right? I don't mind. I don't expect anything in return. Use my videos. You can credit me. You can credit my videos if you'd like, but go ahead and use them, right? So, anyways, this morning, I received a notification, or I saw the notification that I had a Facebook message, private message. And when I opened it up, I saw that it was from this gentleman. Yes, Mr. Muhammad Muhammad Wahid, Muhammad Wahid Akar. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like I haven't, like we have not communicated since, we like parted ways online, with me saying, hey, go ahead and use my videos. I don't mind, build your application so you can make more people aware. But he contacted me, and the first thing that he said was that he was happy to see me back on Facebook and that he had heard about my husband and he wanted to help. And I'm like, wow, like, we're like basically, I don't want to say strangers, but we've never met in person before. And, we've only had a few conversations in the past regarding my ASL videos. And we hadn't like had any contact in almost 7, 8 years. And I was like, wow, yeah, I told him it was, really good hearing from you. And, and it's good. It's good to be back on my ASL page and, having to reactivate it and, getting back started with it. And I told them, I'm putting some updated videos on there. You can use those whenever, you update your app, feel free to use them. And so he basically just, was asking, okay, where can I donate, And so I gave him all the different outlets that he could donate at. Whatever he wanted to donate was fine. And he, sent me his prayers and he messaged me when he let me know that he, donated, right? And so I actually got the notification from PayPal, and I opened up PayPal and I'm like, oh my gosh, right? He donated a very, very generous amount. Um, and not only did he do that, but he offered to place my GoFundMe campaign link in his app. Okay. And I cried. I did. I cried, and I actually went into my office where, I have Mother Mary and my Bible, and I knelt down and, I started praying and I started thanking God and thanking Jesus and thanking Mother Mary, for their continued, um, you know, um, for continuously to watching over me and my family and blessing us, because this was a blessing in disguise. But he did this from the goodness of his heart. He did this with sincerity and not expecting anything in return, as I have done with my ASL Facebook page and with, my nurse aid training um, YouTube channel and my nurse aid instructor YouTube channel. I'm doing all of this and I'm not expecting anything in return. The only thing I want is for those students and nurse aid candidates who watch my videos. All I want is for them to pass their state certification exam the very first time, or maybe it's not their first time taking it, maybe it's their second or third time. I just want them to pass, right? And so that is what I mean when I put in my post that I want you to be sincere in your donations. And that's the only way I want you to donate, if you are able to and if you are sincere. When you are sincere, you don't ask any questions. You just donate because you believe in that cause, and in your heart, that's what you want to do. And so, again, I don't want you to feel obligated by me telling you this story. I just wanted you to be able to see that connection with, sincerity in the story. Um, a lot of my YouTube subscribers, and even some of you here on Facebook have, told me that God is going to bless you. He's going to bless you abundantly. And even though I feel blessed every single day, God allows me to wake up every morning. This really, like, wow, it just really touched me, and I'm feeling so blessed right now. I'm feeling extremely blessed to have God guide um, Wahid back into my life at this point in time when I truly and sincerely need help. And so that's why I don't know. I just wanted to share that story with you all. Um, to let you know that when you give and you don't expect anything in return, blessings are returned to you two, three times over, and it's just such a great feeling. Giving blessings to others and also receiving blessings in return unexpectedly. So I wanted to share that with you all because that really like touched my heart. And Wahid, if you are, watching this or you're watching the replay, I just want to thank you from the depths of my heart for doing what you did and, sending your prayers and donating that generous amount and also, placing my GoFundMe campaign link on your app. So I really appreciate that. I do. All right, guys. So let's